All right, kids and kidless, it's JLJ this morning. Time for you to wake up and go to sleep, apparently, when I talk. Yeah. All right. I have to go do gets my coffee. I have to go get my coffee. I have to get my coffee. I'll be right back. My black, whatever. Okay. I'm back at my coffee, my vanilla Starbucks. I have to enter that in my food journal. Good morning. It is August 10th. We're in the month of August. We are in. And why is this taking? Okay. We are in. My water can't stop running in one of my sinks, and I can't stop it. So I have a plumber coming in about an hour. So if I have to step away for a second, I just have to grab the plumber, let him in. And he knows my house, so he knows what to do. You know what to do. But homeownership, there's no joke. My gardeners came already today. I got faucet issues. If you own a home, you know how it is. You know how it is. Okay, let's just some coffee. Okay, let me come to you guys. Let's see who's here. I'm on a little early today, 9 o'clock. Not super, but how it is. Matt Litchfield is here. Hello, Matt Litchfield. Having home ownership, it's fun. I'm just spending money. That's all I'm doing. I'm spending money I don't have. Because we gotta take care of stuff. That's how it is, right? Like having a car, same thing, right? It's the same thing, yes. So tomorrow's a happy hour. Come on, people, sign up. Sign up. So like I said, when it comes to mental health chats, I will never cancel those because now, I mean, you could sign up a minute before it starts. I will always hold them open. Then after we start, if no one comes on, then I will cancel them. But other events, I will cancel. So tomorrow, I got one person signed up. So if no one else comes, then I will have to cancel. I don't want to cancel. I like the happy hours. I like talking. I like having a good time with you guys. Spend time with you guys. We always have a good time. So, and all kinds of tea. I have all kinds of tea for you guys too this week. So come on down. You have time, you can still sign up. You can sign up tomorrow too, still can sign up. So I will I'll see what happens by the end of today. so Matt, hold on, we'll see. We'll see what happens. He's going. I got nobody else. Happy New Friday, Ashes. Good morning. How are you? Good morning, all the lotties. But yeah, that one. And then next Saturday is our mental health chat, which are always good. And the following Saturday is our famous soap Zoom. People are already signed up for that one. So that one people are already signing up for. So that one, of course, tea will be spilled on that one too. Hi, Leopardess. It's Throwback Thursday. I guess I should find some old pictures of myself that I have still and post them. I guess that would be the thing to do, right? I just got to answer. I answer my co-host tonight. And just like that after show will be at 7:30 tonight. No, 5:30 tonight. So I was answering back my co-hosts. There's always something going on. So I answered that back, but I'll be on tonight. Hi, Michelle. I know. It's like, oh my goodness, you had foot surgery. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I don't like feet. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear about that, Michelle. Of course. Oh my goodness. Well, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show while I take care of your. I'm sure your foot is elevated. Did I show up on chat? Yes, you're showing up right now. Is that the question? I know, man. Did I come to see you? I know Matt talks. When he has a few drinks, he starts talking. He don't go away and fall asleep. He actually stays on the chat. That's inside joke for those of us in the Zooms. So yes, but yeah, we have, they're fun. I actually have some prizes to give away too. Hi, Jason Jose. Jason Jose is here, which always reminds me to show you guys because I'm here for me too. Book reading is fundamental. Okay, Jason Jose has a book out called Broken Circle. That's right. Book 1 of the series. It is good. Check it out. You like soap stuff, you like soapy things, drama, please. Amazon and Barnes and Nobles. And then James Lott Jr. has The Pill Part 10 and the hand sanitizer with Monica Andrews. So those are on Amazon Kindle and paperback. So check those. They're really cheap. Grab them. All 3 books. Buy all 3 books. And then go somewhere, have a seat by a pool or in a park, or if you're on a train when you're going to work, and read all 3 books. And tell us how you feel about them. Always do reviews. After you read the book, go do a review. Hit the 5 stars or whatever and do a review. So yes, do that. You know me, I'm always promoting all the time. And in the spirit of promotion, so I just mentioned also patreon.com/James Lott Jr. I have all kinds of goodies on there, extras and things that I share on there. There are 4 tiers. You literally can join. You can really join for $1 a month, $1 a month, and completely get all this stuff. It's not even crazy. $5, $10, $20. It's really good. So check me out and join me over there. But if you don't want to do that every month, there is a buymeacoffee.com/James Lott Jr. And you go there and you buy me a couple of coffees. And I use the money and I actually buy coffees. It's really kind of funny. I actually buy different coffees because I have a coffee addiction. Cheers. I should use this side because those people aren't around there anymore. Channel 5, KTLA. I have audio dramas over there. I have a podcast on coffee. It's really good. You should check it out. And also, I have new merchandise. JLJmedia.threadless.com. I put up 3 new designs. Check those out. More coming. So check those out also. Check those out also. And you can get whatever you want. Joanne's not buying anything from you. The adventures. Oh, I take you over with me on Patreon. I shared a really touching song that I wrote. Depends on what tier you are. The song I wrote about my brother. I share bloopers. I have my series, the 5 random questions or stars. I share kind of, so some of my friends come on there. So I do all kinds of stuff on my Patreon. Totally. You get so much. I give you so much extra content. It's not even funny. If you like JLJ Media stuff, I give you extra stuff. It's not even funny. So check it out. Come on for a few months. Check it out. I'm at 29 Patreon. I'm trying to get back up to 40. I'm trying to get up to 40. So I'm trying to get to. That's been my ultimate goal. I had as many as 30 something. But at 29, I just gained a new one. So high new person. So 29. So I want to go back up. But I have all kind. I give you everything. I feel like the Spice Girls. I'm giving you everything of the joy I bring. This I swear. Then that. Buy me coffee. JLJ.com. I have songs coming out. I have songs out. JLJ Media on Spotify, Apple Music, podcast. I got music. Apples or oranges. That's right. I already answered on one of mine. So I did answer. So you have to go back and look at one of the episodes. I actually answered that question. So yes, it's a lot of fun. We have a good time over there. So it's a lot of fun. And yeah, I got all kinds of good just JLJ Universe. Hello, Tony JC. JLJ Universe stuff. This last night, I did like 4 interviews yesterday. So last night, I got to interview Eric Roberts. Yes, the Eric Roberts. And he is the bomb diggity. He was a professional. He knows how to interview. He is like, he said he loved me as I loved him. He has the best hair. Eric Roberts is the bomb. It was like, I met him years ago and we get to be reunited. He was the best. So he's all oranges. Hi, Sherry. It rained here in LA and while it was 80 degrees, and now it's overcast right now. Like, what is going on here? And in the west part of the country, right, Sherry? It's weird. But anyway, so I have all kinds of stuff for you guys. Check it out. Audio dramas, check those out. I got a ton of those, 17 of them. Check those out. People are, I have to say something, it's really funny. People are like, James, I'm listening to Forever and a Day, season 1 or season 2. I'm like, yes. A lot of folks, it's funny, yes, I'm on it. So a lot of folks don't realize, a lot of folks found me or found us way later in the pandemic. Well, some people don't realize, and I'm so glad you found me. However you found me, I'm glad you found me. You're here. But in the beginning, in the beginning, I started this network, didn't know what the F I was going to do. I was like, well, I'll follow what AfterBuzz did and try to do it better. And the pandemic hit, so it was like all from home. And when I was pitched several ideas, and I was pitched Forever and a Day, the original script. And I liked the script, but I thought it needed work, and I thought there's something here. So let's go forward. And I greenlit it, my first ever production of sorts, of audio drama. I believed in it so much. And we found the actors. But one of the things was I would narrate every other episode in the first season. Second season, I was just too busy. I couldn't do it. But I appear in the second season as myself. So, but it was on my network. Forever and a Day was my first. You never forget your first. Was my first audio drama, and it was on my network for 2 seasons. Now it's on its own, and we won an ISA award, which I have on my wall over there. I have it over there for that. Hi, Rita Sheen. And I'm very proud of the work that we did and the actors we found, the voice actors we found. They're amazing people that many of us work, even though we don't work together anymore. The actors, we work on both, they work on both networks interchangeably. And it opened a whole new world to me. Because of Forever and a Day, I created Mistletoe Road and Claws the series. Because of those, that began all this stuff. So people are finally going back and listening and discovering, because it's so great. It's so great because they're evergreen episodes. You can listen to them anytime. Hello, Speedy. You can literally listen to them anytime. So people are discovering Forever and a Day, the first seasons, and they're like, no, James Lott Jr.'s voice? Yes, it is. So I don't get the credits anymore because it's not my network anymore, but it's good that you hear my voice and you like it. So I was a narrator. But I moved on. I narrate a lot of my series. Tony Moore, my talking twin, narrates a couple of them. So yeah, and Amanda Rusk narrates a couple. So we move it around a little bit. So, but I'm just so happy people are enjoying the audio dramas. They're quick, fast, and hurry. They're fun. They're a lot of fun, and I just think that while you're moving around, doing a few things, there you go. You can listen to them. So it's a lot of fun. But anyway, so yeah, Forever and a Day. That's what Forever and a Day. And also, I'm part of Tomorrow is a New Day. Now, that's something totally separate. That is Queers and Soaps and the Aaron Wallace Network. They have their own thing, and they asked me to join as a shady character. So you can find me on that series also. So you're like, James, you're everywhere. So my tentacles are everywhere. So I'm on Tomorrow's a New Day, Forever a New Day, Forever is a New Day, or whatever I can't do that. And also I'm on Studio City, Sean Kanan's award-winning series on Amazon Prime. You can see me season 2, episode 2, playing another shady character. They always say I play shady characters. I wonder why. And I get to act opposite Sean, and it was an absolute pleasure to do so. So Studio City, the show is so good. All your favorite actors from soaps are on there. It's really good. Hi, Cat Lady. But apparently I was good too. So you should check me and my acting out. And I'm also on Amazon Prime on a movie called Second Chance for Christmas. Stars Vivica A. Fox, Brittany Underwood, and me. And I play another shady character on that. I'm getting typecast. The only thing I did says that there's an indie movie out called Waiting for the Bus. And I'm not shady on that one. I'm a voice on that, but I'm not shady. I play the voice of the bus. That's the best I can tell you. It's called Waiting for the Bus, and that's out now too. Indie. So I don't know, I think it's shady. So you can check me out all over the place. I'm everywhere you want to be and where you don't want me to be. Anywhere. So that's what I'm doing. So yes. Hi, Brooklyn. 80 degrees. Yeah, right now it's 70 degrees here. It's gonna be 77, but it's cloudy, so we have humidity. I'm from Brooklyn, so I know what humidity is. We don't have humidity in Los Angeles, and now we got humidity in Los Angeles. James, how's the young lady who did JHV, you and Frank? The young lady. Which one? Because I've had two with me, and then Frank did one with someone else after I left. So I don't know which one. Two were black and one was white. That's the best way to put it. One was white and two were black. So which young lady? And I guess they're all younger than me. So I guess one maybe. They're all younger than me. So I guess I'm like which one? Which? Hello, MJ. When I see you in here, I see your dog. When I see your name in here, it makes me smile. So hello, MJ. Hello. Hope you're hanging in there. I'm dealing with a home issue, a water main broke and it won't stop running. I turn off all my water. So just spending money I don't have. Right. She had black. Oh yes, Lucretia. See, I said black or white. I had all these. Lucretia Lyon. We're still friends. She's not in the podcasting business anymore. She's doing other stuff, but no, she's fine. She's doing fine. So she's out there, Lucretia Lyon, LACRETIALYON, because there is only one, and literally there's only one. You can find her on any social media platform, Leopardess. I'm sure she'd appreciate the follow. She's everywhere. But she's the only one. Literally, she is. There's no other Lucretia Lyons out there at all. So let's go. So tomorrow is the happy hour. But no one signed up except for Matt, so it may not happen. People need to sign up for it. When you sign up for it, stop for it, so people can come. So yes, we always have a good time. If people don't sign up for it, then I won't have it. That's how that works. The mental health ones, I will continue to keep open, of course. But those we don't get enough people. And Matt's coming. He's the only one, so it's me and Matt so far. He wants to join us tomorrow. But yes, Brooklyn. I'm missing Brooklyn right now. I want to be in Brooklyn. I'm not the 80 degrees, but I miss Brooklyn. So hope to be there sometime early next year. That is my plan. I had all the ladies. That's not Tony. I'm not a badge of honor or anything for me. That's not doing anything. She's the only one we need. Exactly. I miss Lucretia. She's always invited on the show. Some of my folks, in LA, it's really tough to live here, and this business is really hard. And for some people, they leave it. They got to get other jobs, do other things, and they're making money, and they don't have time to do it. I know Lucretia was hilarious, Leopardess. I love Lucretia. She was hilarious. She was a comedian actually too. I loved her. She did come with me the first couple of years here, and then she was done. Always say this. I have a lot to talk about this week. I have a lot to talk about. I have all the tea from the events. I didn't even go, but everybody told me everything. Candace and Amanda, and I saw Care Bear, and I saw Charmander, and I talked to a bunch of people that went there to the events. So I wasn't there. I stated my reasons why I didn't go. Everybody asked about me, of course. Just going to Aces games. I know. No, I know you'd be here if you could, Sherry. I know you could. I know people's schedules, sometimes that happens too. So I schedule them to see what happens. And you know, I do understand that. People like their sports. Yes, they do. Oh, you're a sports fan. But yeah, so you guys, you found me later in the pandemic. So yes, for me, early in the pandemic, I look back and I'm like, wow. I look back and I'm just like, 3.5 years I've been doing this on my own. I mean, I've heard. So they said, I'm shady. I've heard mixed things about the events, but I'm not going to talk about it here. I only talk about it on my Zooms. But I've heard mixed things. Let me sip my coffee. And Taylor Swift finally left after last night. It was like everybody was here in Inglewood. Everyone. I thought the Harry Styles 14 nights here was enough. I thought the Prince 21 nights here was enough. Taylor's 7 days, some Swifties were literally in my neighborhood. Literally walking to the train station. I'm like, oh, I never seen so many white folks in my life. And it was like we couldn't drive down certain streets. I live right by SoFi Stadium. It just was a mess. But I hope everybody had a good time. I like Taylor Swift. I have nothing against her. I like Taylor Swift. I like some of her songs. Nothing against her. My niece Haley is in one of her videos. One of a few Black folks in one of her videos. And that's it. I mean, I have nothing against her, but I had a desire to see her. Wi-Fi at Parker River, Arizona. But yeah, so it's very interesting. Yes, Days has a new EP that's been announced last week. And Walt Willie's coming back. Yes, coming back. She has a lot of fans. No, I'm like, seriously. I mean, I always hear mixed things. That's because your ears, MJ, are set to hear mixed things, right? They're set to hear mixed things. Yes, Taylor has a lot of fans. And now she just announced 1989, Taylor's version, which that's actually one of the albums I like the most from her. So I am very curious. The thing about her is that she is amazing because she's re-recording every single album that she ever did so she can own the masters. Prince taught her that, right? So what's funny is she's actually doing some updates and changes. Because as a musician myself, you can go back and go, oh, blah, blah, blah. So it was crazy. It was like, so she is like going back, and then the albums are charting back at #1, and the songs are amazing. But 1989 is a good album. So I'm actually curious to hear Taylor's version. That's really crazy. Actually, that's incorrect. Greg Vaughn is he had COVID, but Greg Vaughn was on this morning on the IG talking, and he looks good. We know we love some Greg Vaughn. No, I was watching his IG this morning. His kids are starting school, and he was with his 3 sons, and he was like talking about this kid that got killed. So he's doing okay. He's doing fine now. Yes, COVID's on the rise again. I wear my mask when I was going to on the trains. I take a lot of trains. I wear my mask on the train. I'm like, fuck that shit. I don't want COVID again. But I have a lot of friends getting COVID. They're getting COVID again. I'm like, dang it. Let's see. Yeah, I know. Maria was sad you couldn't make it too. We had a good time. We were there for like 3 hours. We had a good time. Taylor is smart. She is very smart. She was very smart. Yeah, well, I can't even do that because Beyonce, I'm sure it's gonna be at SoFi Stadium too. She's coming also. So now all the big concerts are coming to Inglewood, which is like, and I live right here, so I'm like, oh, I forgot about all that. Oh, I've got all of that. It's like convenient if I go to the concert, but I'm not paying all that money to go to these concerts. So, but yes, COVID's on the rise again, and people are getting it. And I know Freddie just got it. He just showed me a thing. I think so. I wear my mask on certain things. I'm one of the few people who wear masks. I'm like, that's fine, kids. And it's like, yeah, I know people who didn't. I still wash my hand. I still use hand sanitizer when I come out of the store, get in the car. My sister and I just put it on. I had COVID once, and that's fine. That was it. I didn't get it, and I got it, and it was not fun, but I didn't get hospitalized or anything. So thank God. Knock on wood. But y'all know, yeah, this COVID shit is it's no joke. I don't want. So yeah, so I saw people wearing masks, only a few. So I'm like, okay. And at the event this weekend, they had certain people had to wear masks, and so there was a whole thing about that too. You know, and I don't like socializing that much anyway. I'd rather do it from home. But I went out like a lot this week, and I was like, oh, I like all that. And stuff. So, and my gym, thank God, the doors are always open. It's like a really well ventilated gym, so I don't worry about it in there. I stay close to the door. Do my treadmill toys and get out. Get out, get out, get out. That's what I do. Checking something. So yeah, but I know some folks who never stops. Like that's smart. Well, I think also, I'm, trying to lose some weight and do all this stuff. So I think that'll help also a little bit. Yeah, still spend wash hands, saving people, unless you can't think about it. Yeah, I take my vitamins. I have my Centrum 50 plus because I'm fucking old. And all my stuff, my chewable vitamin C and my probiotic. I take everything. Do all that. And yeah, and I don't go out a lot. So I mean, it's not like I don't like people I know. It's a song called I Hate People. It's hilarious. I have to send it to you. It's hilarious. I got code for Thanksgiving. That was mine. Hi, Tracy. Go for Thanksgiving. Like, dang it. So there you go. So it's kind of crazy. So lots of times I stay home. You almost died. I didn't hear that story. I don't know that story. And Lucy, like, she's like, let's go. Let's go. She's like ready to go. She likes being an outdoor dog. Except be careful because it's been super hot here. Be careful with her. She's not as young as she used to was. I'm not as young as I used to was either. So we ain't none of us young as we used to was. So yeah, we all be careful and all be careful out there in the heat. Gotta be careful in the heat. Even when it seems like it's not that hot, it can be really. It just gotta be careful. So, but I've done a lot of walking recently. I'm getting my stamina. I'm doing a lot of stuff. Trying to organize my house. I wrote 2 songs last night, 2 instrumentals last night on my keyboards. I tried playing my keyboards on here once on another show. It doesn't show up. Zoom doesn't pick it up correctly. It's like, fuck. So I'd play a song for you guys, right? It won't let me do it. No, so yeah, so we're trying all kind of stuff, kids. Yes, I wish I could be on here. I'm trying to get back on my routine of being on here more, so 3 or 4 times a week, like I used to do. We are doing the soap shows this weekend, so we'll have that on Sunday. All 3. We're doing Bold, YNR, and GH. Bold. Oh my God, I'm trying to save it for the show. But Liam's guys, I wrote on Twitter, has the most gigantic balls and ball sack that I've ever seen. Liam, and this show is just like Hope and Liam, what? And Hope just like unbothered. She's like, luckily I'm not in that mess. And I'm like, you go, girl. Like, you go, girl. She's like, I'm not part of that anymore, Mom. So I feel I'm fine. I'm like, you go, girl. But they are seriously pushing Liam and Hope together. And Finn was like, no MFer. You ain't getting my woman. Woo, he was like, mm-mm. So we have a good show. We have good shows for you this weekend. We got some good shows for you this weekend. We got lots of, and General Hospital, I have to say, I'm kind of enjoying it. I like that. I mean, you're seeing a little bit of everybody, and they're actually having talking about history, and characters are talking to each other. They never talk to each other. I'm like, I mean, yeah, sure, there's some things I still don't like. But I was like, I'm kind of enjoying General Hospital these days. It's like it's not. I was like, okay. Hi, Judy. It's Judy's turn to cry. Yeah, Annika's had a good time with Katrina Bowden. Hello, Miss Crystal. Oh my god, but yeah, so we were just I was like, General Hospital's hanging in there. Okay. I'm like, okay. And yeah, folks, I don't like Portia. I don't like her. She bugs the shit out of me. And get on my nerves. I don't know how you gonna leave, and especially I know Spencer's trying to respect Elder and his mother. Like, come on. You gonna leave out saying goodbye to your girlfriend, really? She's like, he says to the baby. And I was like, oh my god, Portia, you're too much. But you're supposed to not like Portia. That's the whole point, right? That's the whole point. Right? Say that before too long. Yes, MJ will be back. As I know how it feels, sometimes life gets in the way. Life gets in the way, and you have to work and take care of stuff. I completely understand that. Completely understand that now. I have so much going on. It's a wonder I haven't felt apart in the corner. And I'm just like, I'm shocked I haven't just started eating my hair in the corner. So yeah, Sophia Matson is doing a good job. I agree with you on that too. But yeah, I think everybody agrees. That's one thing I think everybody agrees. Sophia Matson is doing an amazing job. They're throwing all kinds of shit at her, and she's doing it. You're working it out. But I'm saving all that for the weekend. So we will be here starting at 10 a.m. doing that. And sometimes life just does suck. You can say that again. You get the bell for you get the bell for that one, MJ. If I could erase this year, I would. Sorry, it's been for me, my family. It has been a fucked up. I know the words for it. Fucked up year, and I wish. And this month's a fucked up month for my family, and we have to live through some stuff. And I'm like, I would do 2023 all over again and do it differently. And that's just how it is sometimes. But we survive. We push through. We continue because we have no other choice. I don't have the luxury of laying around and feeling sorry for myself or upset. I have to continue going. People are counting on me. There's things I'm in charge of. You just got to do it. So you follow me on my 50 plus show. I talk a lot about my feelings over there. I talk about my feelings over there and what's going on. So that's what it is. You got to push through. Some years are better than others. I'm saying this year is fucked. I don't like no other words, no anything, just fucked. Now this might be an explicit podcast, and I did that 3 times. I don't have a regular TV schedule. So yeah. So yes. That's crazy. Now I haven't watched the new Only Murders in the Building. It just came out, season 3. I finished Hijacked. Oh my God. That show on Apple Plus. Folks, if you get Apple Plus, run, don't walk, and watch that show. It is so... I might do a review on it. It's like Beef on Netflix. The show is just enthralled me so much that I may have to talk about it. Some decades like that too, not just a year. I haven't had bad decades, and I've been that bad for you. I've had some bad years. I've had some bad consecutive years, but not enough for a whole decade, MJ. Dang, that hasn't happened to me. Ooh, I think, well, thank God. There were about 3 or 4 years it was like, ugh, yeesh. But then they came out of it. But I hate to have a bad decade. Oh, that's just... I've been around 5 decades, a little over 5 decades. That's a weird thought. I've been around over 5 decades. Kind of crazy. But yeah, I haven't had a bad decade. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy, and I have some enemies that I wish things on. But I wouldn't wish that. something. There we go. So I had to erase something. Richard might be returning on B&B. Maybe my head girls. Definitely is going to turn leave. We're just creating. We're going to see. Oh, that's a street thought. We're good. I have no idea. I do not. I have, when it comes to Bold and Beautiful, I don't do predictions anymore. I've stopped predictions because this show is just cuckoo crazy and doing whatever the F it wants. I was like, nope, I'm done doing predictions. That show has surprised me over and over again in the last couple of years. So I've learned I'm not guessing nothing anymore. I'm just gonna sit and watch because it's like they're doing stuff I thought they wouldn't do. And some of you fans said some of the fans, you guys were right. I admitted on the show that I go, you guys were right about some stuff that I thought they're not gonna do that. They're not gonna do that. Okay, I was born in the 60s, around saying, thank you, MJ, for making me feel even older than I am. Thank you so much, MJ. But no, I just some of you guys are right. I have to apologize and go, you know what? Some of you fans were correct. They're going in directions I thought they just would not do. I just thought they wouldn't. And they're doing it. So you guys are right. You guys are right. You guys are right. You guys say it. So I have stopped guessing. Hi, Leanne Day. I don't know who you are, but thank you. I like my bring it my gun song. I know a song. I don't bring on song. Oh, I want to lock it all up in my pocket. It's my bar of chocolate. Give it to me now. You know where that's from, folks. I love breaking in a song. My voice isn't fully in yet. So sorry for the scratchiness. I mean, I try to get into songs, but I like it's so funny. You like that. But yeah, it's completely you guys are right. So now when it comes to Bold and Beautiful, I'm like, and MJ, you can stop at this point now. You can totally stop because I was born in the 60s, then 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s. That's 7 years. We're only in 2020s. Well, yes, I was late 60s. So I'm saying MJ is the one talking about it. I'm like, I was born in 69. So I'm just saying MJ is like, that's still a decade. You were in that decade. So I was not around for the full decade. I was around from 68 to 69 because, inside my mom. Everybody think Leopardess for a $3 super chat? Yes, I need to make my quota this month. I made my quota last month. You guys are wonderful. I think I made my quota. I got to see how much I got to make this month. So thank you, Leopardess, for going towards that. But Tony, you got to talk to MJ. She's the one. Tell me how old I am. Yeah, I was born in 69 at the end of the decade. But I was born in the middle of 69 because I was born in May. So, and I was conceived in 68, if that counts. So yes, that many decades. Everybody thank Leopardess. That's really great. Thank you. Because you want to know why? There's nothing going on but the rent. You got to have a job if you want to be with me. And Tony, we're going to ignore your comment, Tony, because it's a morning show. After I said fuck like 5 times. It's a morning show, and we ain't talking like that right now. Like, And everybody loves it. It's not one of my. No, it was almost. I almost said something. See, Tony almost got me saying something on a morning show. I'll keep my mouth shut, please. I'm not going to say. I'm not going to comment. I literally almost commented. I am not going to. Yes, Tony, you're a bad person getting me to say stuff. Anywho, I know, and I have a comment on it. There's at our age, how many tickets you see? Oh, I'm joking with you, MJ. Of course, I'm having a good time. Of course, you know that. You know that. We were around a long time, kid. I said I was a 70s kid. I remember the 70s. I was an 80s teenager, young adult, 90s adult. I've been around a long time. I've seen a lot of stuff. I'm watching the documentary on cassettes. You know, cassettes. These things, cassettes, 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 cassettes. Oh, sorry, cassettes. I'm watching a whole documentary on cassettes. I know we need Tony JC, Leopardus, and Matt and MJ all in the same Zoom chat. That would be interesting all together. Very interesting. But yes, I'm watching that right now. And it's a good documentary. It's on Hulu. Where's it on? If I tell correctly, I make sure I tell correctly. Chef, what it's on. It's on one of these. I think it's Apple. Maybe it's Apple Plus. I can't remember what it's on. One of these stations. I'll let everybody know. It's good. A recorded session. It would be banned. Zoom be like, okay, we're done. You guys are all done. You're banned from Zoom. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. It's so funny. It's so funny. She's all the weed. Just the Afros Club, get the Afros, the music, of course, the disco clubs, yes, and the weed. That's why it was funny you say that, Leopardus, because my Uncle Tommy, and this is, I'm not telling you no lies, but he doesn't care. He's old now, he doesn't care. He was a weed aficionado. When I was a kid, because I grew up with I had hippie parents and everything, so weed was always around. And so I remember in the 70s going to his place. He would always come pick us up and go, we're going around the corner. I'm like, around the corner? Around the corner could be anywhere. We'd gone for hours. It'd be anywhere in LA. And one place, he used to live in Silver Lake, which is like north of Los Feliz, Silver Lake, north of where I lived. And I saw little zigzag papers for the weed. And so we used to call them zigzags. I was a little kid. We didn't know what they were exactly. So they were like zigzags. And I was like, oh, okay. And then later I learned the actual terminology. But we just thought they're smoking zigzags again, which they were the papers, so they were smoking them. But he'd have them in the bathroom and stuff. But I just remember it was a whole community. It was like there was a biker community, it was a gay community, it was an art community. Everybody was just like living their lives. Nobody cared. But I'm sure there are things I probably shouldn't have seen because I was so young. Rated R, bad girl, rated R. I just, there's things I probably shouldn't see. Show me your papers, like right, exactly. Show your papers. It was just, I don't know. I survived. I mean, I saw a lot of things in the 70s I probably should have seen. And I learned about gay people when I was a kid, and I saw nudity, and I learned about horror films and everything from it. William Friedkin passed away, and I saw The Exorcist as a kid. My mother made me watch it with her. She watched it by herself. Scared the shit out of me too. But I mean, it was that time period. It's just like there was the line between parent and child was just so interesting. Because I had young parents. So, and then the 80s were the latchkey kids. I mean, they went off to work, and I had keys to the house. I remember I had a key around my neck for a while. Then later I was going to have a keychain. And I used to have a keychain that was I'll show you. I don't have the actual keychain. I wish I did by now, but I'm going to show you an example. Oh my God. Okay. 1 second. Why is everything a contest? Okay, let's see what that is. I need that. I had a keychain that was a flip-flop. That's my keychain. I had to pull my giant ass flip-flops. These are like $1. And I had that. God, why is everything just dropping all of a sudden? My Darth Vader. I have my little picker. I like picker. So yeah, so it was. So I have a lot of fond memories of the 70s. Actually,
The 80s are mixed, but I have a lot of fun memories of the 70s. I was at my grandmother's house in the summers. I got a break from the chaos at home. So I would go over there with my cousins and we watched Dance Fever and all that stuff and Three's Company, all when it first came out. Wonder Woman, Charlie's Angels, that was all the thing. So I had some fun. I used to skate everywhere. I had a big fro. I learned everything I know just from watching PBS. Julie John, drunk cooking, Bob Ross painting, High as a Kite, Sesame Street with the creepy talking monkey. Well, for me, MJ, it was Saturday morning television. It was the Bugaloos and HR Puffin stuff, Sigmund the Sea Monster, all that weird shit. That's what raised me as a kid. I'm like, these live action, drug-induced written shows. I was like, what the fuck was I raised on? It was like the craziest stuff. And Electric Company, because I didn't like Sesame Street. Electric Company was my show. And Soul Train. So we watched Soul Train first for the dances and the fashion. And then we'd watch American Bandstand for the act, for the people on the show. I would say Sid and Marty Krofft. I'm telling you, woo! But Soul Train, I want to do a Soul Train line so bad. So here's the Leopardess. So Leopard, when it came to LA, I wanted to get on the show because they actually had teenagers on there. Jodie Watley was like 14 when she went on there. I wanted to go on Soul Train. I was a dancer. I've been dancing since I was a kid. I wanted to go there so bad. My brother Max and I met, he rest in peace. We knew Jeffrey Daniels. We knew Jermaine Stewart. We knew all these people that were there. We knew all of them, and we never got on. We never got on. We never got on, and I wish I had. And MJ, I have a CB story. When that song Convoy came out, it was huge. My neighbor right over here next door, our old neighbor, had a CB radio. And we used to go over there and talk to truckers. Like, hi, I'm a kid talking to truckers. How perverse is that, right? And I like truckers. No, but it was like, we used to go out there and talk to people. We said, my father had a CB radio. So I remember that whole craze for a minute. But my neighbor right next door in his garage, we go to the garage, all his kids, and we talk on a CB radio. So like, I wouldn't let my kids talk to a trucker right now over that. So yes, I remember, but Electric Company was the bomb because they had music. I mean, except for, yes, Sesame Street had the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It had that. But Electric Company had Hey You Guys and all that stuff and had the music. That is Zoom. We're going to zoom, 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 zoom. We're going to zoom, 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 zoom. That's another one. And we can't forget 3, 2, 1 Contact. Contact, it's the reason, it's the moment when everything happens. And they had the Bloodhound Gang. That was my show. And the Bloodhound Gang had a black girl on it. I was like, oh, yeah, a black girl on here. It was very diverse. They solved mysteries. So I was into all that. But on PBS, MJ, I watched my first Doctor Who's with Tom Baker with the big scarf. The Tomorrow People, that was my show on PBS too. Tomorrow People was my show, the original. Romper Room. I see, oh no, wait, where is it? You guys, where is it? You guys are old enough to remember this. I see Jamie, I see Tony, I see MJ. And so they always said my name, James or Jamie. But I had siblings like, they never say my name. And I was like, I see Romper, Stomper, Bumper, Boom. Yeah. I know all that stuff. Poor parents. MJ, I'm telling you, it was a different time. I always tell Flobo laughs, he's way younger than me. I always go, it's a different time period. We always laugh about that. It was a different time. Because it really was a different time period. Tom Baker was one of the best doctors. That was my first introduction to Doctor Who. My parents were watching I, Claudius. They're watching the Forsyte Saga. They're watching all the fancier stuff. That was big at the time. But I was like Tomorrow People and Doctor Who. That was my ones. Well, Matt, I'm 4 years older than you. That's where the difference comes in. because I remember him from the mid 70s to late 70s. I remember from mid 70s. Because that's my brother always, because he's 3 years younger, we always say when you go backwards, that's when it starts to be a little different. It's like, I'm like, do you remember this? He's like, no, I don't remember that. I'm like, oh, okay. Because you guys were like a little young. But I remember him from the early, almost early 70s. I started school in 74. I can't believe that was almost 50 years ago I started school. That's crazy. Oh, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. The one that's creepy is Lady Elaine and shit. Now she was creepy. And King, what's his name? King Friday. I always wanted to have my own little fake little land. I wanted one myself. Where I go behind the thing and all of a sudden you're in a new land. I always wanted that. And the platypus. That's where you learn about a platypus. All that stuff. The 70s were the bomb, kids. The 70s. Love it. Weird ass television. Oh, we were to sample it on Sunday. Sometimes we were to sample it. They didn't give us time limits in the summertime. We usually say it until we fell asleep a lot of times. Yeah, Lydia Lane. I know she was like, okay. You graduated high school in 75, and I was 6 years old. I graduated a decade later, basically. Yes. This hat is too hot. Listen to my crazy hair today. I have crazy hair. And Captain Kangaroo. Oh, you guys remember Newsy Review? I was like the GNews gave the news, news, whatever. I used to love that. But Captain Kangaroo, he's another one. Well, so I remember Hee Haw. My parents watched that and all that stuff. The Mandrell sisters. It's a little more to the 80s. But I remember early 80s. I remember all that stuff. We used to watch Sonny and Cher. Little Chastity. I used to watch. I was a kid. She was a kid and I was a kid. And a Jackson Variety Hour. Anything Jacksons, because they were like black and they were big. We watched them. Anything Jacksons, we watched. So yes. Mr. Fashion. I love fashion too. I had some platform shoes. I don't know where they are now. I had them for the longest time. And I wore them as a Spice Girl when I was a Spice Girl years ago. But I can't find it. I gotta do my nails. I forgot. I totally don't know where they are. I had some great platform shoes. I loved them. I had platform tennis shoe skates. I mean, Crystal, you know what we're talking about, Crystal. You know all about it. You were there. You know what's going on. And they about Soul, but I want to go back to Soul Train for a second. They about Soul Train was so revolutionary for Black people and for anybody who watched it. It was so Black. It was so Black. Afro sheen, ultra sheen cosmetics. Like it was the first time you saw like Black stuff. They sold Black products. It was like Jet magazine. It was totally like, it was so different. It was just so different. It was like I never, we got to see something that was different than everything else. Like I said, I loved American Bandstand. I used to watch that too, all the time. But Soul Train was the bomb. And it was like, and so for me, I wanted to learn the latest dances. I wanted to do Soul Train. Like I said, I tried to get on the show. Didn't work. But I wanted to get on there. Because it was something to spot because I was a dancer. I've been dancing since I was like 5 or 6. I used to do dance competitions. I was a disco dancer. I was a speed skater, disco skater. I did all that stuff. I was always into that. And so I would win these competitions and I wanted to go so bad. We didn't do it. But Soul Train was like, you saw the fashions, the hair. It was just Black. It was blackly black. I was like, wow, it was Black. But my life was always mixed. So I like, I like that. I liked watching both. I liked watching, because Dick Clark did support Black artists, you're correct. I like both. It was like, I had to see both. And then we had Solid Gold at the same time that also showcased artists on there too. So we had Solid Gold, we had this. I was always watching any music show that came on. That was I loved music ever since I was, out the womb. So for me, that's what was so great. I was able to absorb all this stuff. Because there's Solid Gold. Yeah, there you go, Solid Gold. Yes, I see like Sherry. Now you guys are mentioning stuff. You Saturday morning cartoons. Can't watch them now. Partridge Family, of course. Partridge Family, Brady Bunch. Benny Hill. Well, I grew up with that's the other thing about PBS.
Are You Being Served? That was the first British thing I ever saw. Benny Hill, and of course, Monty Python. Those are the three things. My love of that kind of humor came from those early shows. So you moves. I can't. I might hurt something. Meek. I might hurt some girl. I need some good music. I can do it for you. But no, but all that stuff was on my TV. All right. So yes. So all that stuff, yes. It was everything. But yeah, I liked watching a little bit of everything. So to get well rounded. That's what wasn't really. Well, I thought, to me, the early version of MJ, the early version of American Idol was Star Search. That was American Idol, basically. It was just singers. It was where they had models, actors, comedians. But that was the early version to me of American Idol, all the other shows. And I know you guys remember Star Search. Ed McMahon. Yes, the Asian girl on Soul Train. I just watched a documentary on her, and she looks great. I'm blanking on her name right now, like Cindy Song or something. I forgot her name, but she looks great. And she told her story how she got on Soul Train and how a lot of Black folks didn't like her because she wasn't Black, but she wasn't white either. But she's one of the first Asians we saw on regular like television like that. And they said after a while she won them over. There you go. Like I said, I knew Jeffrey Daniels and Jody Watley and Jermaine Stewart. I knew all of them. We see them all the time here at Catch One, and here in Hollywood. The black queer scene was very short, was close. My brother Max was the one who got me because he knew Sherelle, he knew Pebbles, he knew Vesta Williams, he knew Lisa Fisher, like he knew all those folks. Khan, he knew all those folks. So I would follow him as his younger brother. And then we got to music. Then we got to music business in the '80s, late '80s. So then we were a part of it. So I knew all those folks. We had a good time. And then then I left. Then I left LA and I left all that behind. At the same time that was going on, Marla Gibbs started her Marla Gibbs Memory Lane here in the hood, just like literally 10 blocks that way from my house. And a lot of Black comedians and actors would come to Marla Gibbs Memory Lane, and it was huge also here. So it was there was a lot of stuff going on back then. That was so much fun. And now it's dead. Literally it's dead. So it's just it's a trip. I guess we are reminiscing. We're doing Throwback Thursday of Leopardess. I guess we are talking about it. Cheryl Song, I think it's her name. But it was a documentary I saw recently with her, and she looked great. And Darcel, I know Darcel from Solid Gold. I was supposed to interview her the day I got Bell's palsy, and we've kept in touch. I got to get her on the show. I got to talk to her again. I got to get back on the show. But Darcel's one with the long hair, the lead dancer on Solid Gold. So I would actually, she has a great story. So I was good. So it was so it was a lot of stuff. Back then, and Crystal, you're correct with stuff. Back then also we watched a lot of 50s and 60s television. The reruns were those shows. So, Andy Griffith, Beverly Hillbillies, Bewitched, the Patty Duke Show, Gidget, was it The Flying Nun, I, Mary Joan, Burns and Allen. All these shows, Father Daughter, all these shows that came out then, there were repeats for us. I Love Lucy. There were repeats for us back in the 70s and 80s. So that's why a lot of 50s culture did so well then. And then of course we got Happy Days, Laverne and Shirley, and all that. Laverne and Shirley was my show. If you weren't even around that time period, you have no idea how big. Laverne and Shirley became the #1 show in the country. For a female-led show, that was crazy. It was huge. And I was I wanted to be Laverne so bad. I wanted the L on my chest, my name was Lott. It's like her. It was huge. And yes, Mecom, unsung on TV, unsung. First, it was the Behind the Music and the Eat You Hollywood Story. Those told everything. That Unsung just blows out the water. It just blows everything out the water. And Marilyn McCoo was on Solid Gold. She was a host. It was Dionne Warwick, Rex Smith, Marilyn McCoo, Andy Gibb. They were all hosts, different hosts on the show. You're thinking of Donnie Simpson, Leopardess. Donnie with the green eyes. He was the black dude with the green eyes. He was on there for years. Donnie Simpson was on there for years. He had the green eyes. I love green eyes. I love it. I see. Yeah, I said it earlier, Sherry. Three's Company, all those shows. But then the 70s shows, like the direct 70s shows, of course, we watched. Like Three's Company and Wonder Woman and Bionic Woman, which was my show. Charlie's Angels, all that. But the 50s stuff became big, and it begat Happy Days, Laverne and Shirley. And they were huge. Both shows were huge. Huge. But Laverne and Shirley was like, I remember it got super, super big. You know, it's like you want to have a best friend you could do stuff with like that. It was just crazy. Marta Gibbs on Station 19. Okay, I don't watch Station 19, but good for her. She's working. You know, she's working. Marta Gibbs is working. She lives in my neighborhood, so not far from me. Waylon Flowers and Madam. Also Too Close for Comfort. Now we're going to the 80s. Yes, now we're going to the 80s. You may Mork and Mindy, all those shows, You know, the Hulk, the Incredible Hulk. You won't like me when I'm angry. I'm like, you won't like me when I'm angry. Oh my God. Yes. Yeah. See, Lepers, you started. We're actually doing a Throwback Thursday here on the show. I'm gonna change the title of the video now because I did not realize we are going to do that. I'm changing the title. It's gonna be Throwback Thursday. So you inspired the new title, Leopardess. Throwback Thursday. Okay. Now I gotta pick a thumbnail. I'm picking a Laverne and Shirley thumbnail. I think is what I'm gonna do.
Sophia.
Because of you, Leopardess, you totally inspired this one. Shields and Yardell. I hated Shields. I hated mimes. Oh, I'm not a mime fan, but they were huge. They were huge. Captain and Tennille, I used to watch their show. The Osmonds. We all watched the Osmonds. I watched the Osmonds. Yes, indeedy. Let's see. I found it. I'm going to use their face for the thumbnail. Okay. Oh, hi, Daphne. You know, I love you. I'm going to tell you I love you before you run out. I love you. I'm so happy you're in here. We're talking about 70s TV as you come on. I was talking about Laverne and Shirley. We're talking about Soul Train. We're talking about everything right now. It's Throwback Thursday. You're on JLJ Media. Okay, I'm going to change the thumbnail because I can. Okay. There you go. I changed the thumbnail. It's taking forever. Okay. Okay, I changed the thumbnail. All right. That's what we're talking about. That's your time. We're all talking about it right now. Everybody in some of the 70s and 80s are talking about it. They are totally talking about it. So not just me. They brought it up. Yes, I changed it to yes. You read the TV. See, Tony's trying to start, but it's everybody here talking about it, not just me. Everybody else talking about it. Yes, he's on claim to fame, and Homeboy got it wrong. He said Elvis Presley, like Elvis. It said Utah. Utah. That's Mormon. That's the Osmonds. He looks like an Osmond. He looks like Donny Osmond's son. I'm like, I don't understand. I love Claim to Fame. I love it. I'm sad Hugo's gone. Spoiler alert. I'm sad he's gone. I love Hugo. And he was Jimmy Carter's grandson. It was very sweet. I got teary-eyed. I was like crying at the end. I got teary-eyed when he was talking about his grandfather being in hospice. I want to know, so is homeboy Lil Nas X relative? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. Oh, he said Elton John. I thought it was Elton for one or two. He's not Elton John. We knew that. And homeboy, who is he related to? Cheese and crackers. But I am like, this is crazy talk. It was crazy talk. But I love this show. I didn't watch season 1. I was like, yeah, whatever. But season 2, I'm all in. Now I'm committed. There's only 5 left. And I'm like, but I don't think Homegirl, I don't think it's Dale Earnhardt Jr. I think it's Danica Patrick, the female one. Like Amy's his mother. I remember her, they made fun of her as a kid. But I'm like, I think it's Danica Patrick is her aunt or her mother or something. What's her name? So good. I'm sorry, I don't think it's right now all watching Claim to Fame, but I'm like, the show is so good. It's so good. I'm like, I never thought I'd be into a show like that. I am totally into it. And have you guys noticed? I was talking to Tony Moore about this, who's in here the other day. There are no scripted television shows coming back, folks, in the fall. It's all reality TV or game shows. Coming this fall, coming in September. Okay, it's all reality TV. There's no scripted shit coming back on network television. That's crazy. I saw the whole Golden Bachelor. I was like, okay. They're like, they seriously are not. They're like, that's it, kids. I don't tell you. This strike is affecting everything, you guys. I was just going, oh my God, it's like every ad is for a reality show or a game show. That is crazy. That is crazy. So I don't know. I'm just like, but anyway, Claim to Fame. If you're not watching it, it's Mondays. What channel is it on? I record it. It's Mondays, whatever. It's so good. It's so good. Yeah, Lifestyle Rich and Famous. Yes, I was talking again there. Tony was doing the whole old thing in here, but everybody's talking about the old stuff, Tony. Not just me. We're all talking about it. Not just me. I know Speed Racer, of course. So the project was also, here comes Candace Mack coming in hot. So the prime time meetings are scheduled for January. Interesting. Okay. I haven't been online yet to do anything. I'm like, okay, well, I guess we'll see what happens. Let's see what happens. Right. We still have a daytime Emmys. That's just not that to me is the travesty. That they don't even think, they only think you should just go ahead and do it. So Candace was in here in Los Angeles. Candace and I did not meet up. I did not see Candace while she was here for a short visit. She ran out of here like a roach with the lights on. And I didn't get to see her. I FaceTime with her when I was with my family for a brief time. That was it. My sister really wanted to meet you. She's like, how can we meet Candace? I don't know. Because now she's gone. We were busy with our stuff. And I was like, now she's gone. We met up on I met up with some lives on Tuesday. On Sunday night, we met up for dinner with Tammy and Amanda. There was some lotties on yesterday. So Candace was in, and she was in and out. Like a thief in the night. She was not here that long. That was it. So while everybody's on here, hit the like button. I forgot to say that today. 20 people are watching. Thank you so much. We streamed 69 minutes ago, Tony, JC. So interessante. Tomorrow is the happy hour. So if no one signs up Matt signed up. That's the only person coming so far. If nobody else signs up, it will be canceled. I hate to cancel it. We always have a good time. But you have time to sign up. We have time to set up tomorrow morning too, still. So, but the happy hour is here. It's tomorrow. We'll always have March. She'll always have March. And then the mental health chat is the next Saturday, and the soap Zoom is the following Saturday. And people already signed up for the soap Zoom, so people are flying. The soap Zooms we talk about it all of those soap Zooms, all of them. So yes, Big Brother. Well, they just expelled Cherie Fields. I know her from Survivor. I know who she is. So I'm kind of like rooting for her and her son Jared, kind of. And so the thing for me is I have no job. People always ask me when a show first starts. I have no really big comment yet. I thought it was funny that almost all the black folks were in the bottom. Like, how did that happen? Like, really? All the black folks in the bottom? I like the house. I think it's kind of cool. I like kind of some of the twists they're doing right now. And they're able to take people off the block. 2 people on the block makes sense to me. I have no problem with them being on the block. But I don't have any full comments yet. I always tell people, give me a couple of weeks of it being on, and then I'll give like a full synopsis. But I'm watching, and I heard about the one guy, Luke, got kicked out for saying the N-word. Again, I don't know the full story on that and stuff, so I don't know. They've had racist people on there before, so I don't know about that. So, side note on the scale of discouraged. Oh, I'm not leopardess. I'm not even worried about that. I just posted that thing about, because that's a good message for people. I only weighed myself one time. I've not weighed myself since. I'm going to weigh myself maybe every couple of weeks, and that's it. Just so I know the weight. I'm tracking the weight. But I feel different already. My clothes are starting to fit differently. I don't feel as uncomfortable in my body. But I can tell there's a difference. I've done this before. I've been this before, so I kind of know. But thank you. No, I'm not even the scale. The scale is there because I want a scale, and I have it there. And I just, like I said, I don't have last time, same time, I didn't do it every week. I just go occasionally. I go on there, and it could be every 2 weeks, could be every 3 weeks. I go on there. I just want to see. I'm curious because I do track my weight. But I also have my food journal, which is a lot of fun, which tracks all my food and everything. So I have a good time with this. And also, I used to do this before too. It's like a lot of fun, and it really helps me watch what I'm eating and really choose what I'm eating. I'm doing calorie counts. So I'm doing 2,400 calories a day or less. And I'm not doing weights or anything yet. I just started going to the gym. I'm 54 years old. I'm just starting. I'm just doing cardio right now. I'm doing 20 minutes on a treadmill, like 3 times a week. Plus, I walk. I've been walking a lot. So thank you, Leopardess. I'm like, I think I can do it. I did it before. I feel like I did it before. I just felt like I had to just get it going again. I had to get the motivation to do it. I had no motivation to do it. So that's what I'm doing. So we're good. I want to lose 100 pounds by my birthday next year. Next year. I think I can do it. I think I can do it. It'll be fine. Candace's side note. Yes, she was near my house. I wasn't home. See, you get surprised. You try to surprise people sometimes with no warning. I was at a client's house in Playa Vista, actually closer to the water. So like on the other side, we can see the planes taking off. So the other side of the airport. So I wasn't really far from her still. I was at a client's house doing organizing. I've taken a few organizing jobs to also help myself get movement going, because any movement is good movement. That's always the thing. So I did that too. Used to be a BB fan. Okay, rooting for thank you. I don't know if they're the odd parents. Unboxings. I have one that I do. I don't know my body mass. I have one unboxing I need to do for Star Wars. It's over there on the floor. I got to do that next. I did all the other ones so far. But that's the only one I have left, I think, right now. But you never know. I always get stuff all the time. So if I have one more, it's a Star Wars unboxing. I got to do that one. I'm trying to spread them out. My plumber is supposed to come
shortly. So we'll keep on figuring. So I'm gonna have to step away for a second and let him in the house. I'm gonna see if he's gonna text me when he's here. So Candace, were you in my bushes? So she says you were in my bushes. I wasn't home, so I don't know where she was. I wasn't home. Well, yeah, you it's like I went to experience the wheel. Was the wheels back? The wheel's back there. Oh, you can't see it. Yeah, the last couple times you ran off and slept. So, like, dang it. Like, where is he? She had all planned out, and she got the surprise because Amanda did it correctly. She did. I mean, I knew she was coming, but she texted me. I was like, "Come on!" I told her to come over. That's why she was my surprise guest. I think I'm literally 5 minutes from the airport, so I was like, "Just come on over." Come on over, baby. Come on over, baby. So yes. And Matt and I almost met up in person last time I was here, but it was too late. His man and him were going to bed at a certain time, so it was too late. If they could have waited another half hour or so, I would have been able to say hi to Matt. But folks like that, hey, I like my sleep. My people like sleeping. So everybody has their own itineraries. When I was even home, and I'm home most of the time. It's just so funny. I'm usually mostly home, but I wasn't. That's one time I took a job. So again, like the last couple of Mondays, I wasn't home. I had an organizing job. You know, the strike has affected everything. The strike has taken money out of my mouth. Also, and you know, so I got to make up money where I can. I have this other business, so I rely on this. Whenever the media stuff happens, I you know. Have you had anything untasty yet in your box openings? No, actually, no. So everything's been tasty. Well, that part's true. It went too late to make it in my garden. Yeah, it went too late. She's watching classic B&B. Very good. It's so weird seeing hearts. I'm like, that's right. You could do hearts on here. It's so weird. I didn't even think about that. I know, Sherry. It was very nice to see. Well, see, Care Bear. Care Bear is a major, major Lottie, major Tiger. It was like, wow. I can be Care Bear and Charmander. I was like, in person. It was so crazy. You're walking on your manual wheelchair and you're losing weight. Congratulations, Crystal. You're gonna be hotsy totsy. You and I both gonna be skinny minis running around here. That's right, girl. Because your other wheelchair is acting up, right? I think your other wheelchair is acting up, right? Yeah. You were telling me that. So yeah, good for y'all. Good. Like I said, any movement's movement. That's what they always say. And they have chair yoga, so like all kind of stuff you can do if you have bad knees and stuff. But yeah, Candace was in town for a minute with her best friend Casey Kaspazek from Bold and Beautiful. Her bestie. But I didn't see Candace. I saw some of the others. I know. Crystal, you're gonna do it, girl. That's right. We're just gonna do. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Yes, and Candace Mack met Peter Bergman. I understand that one too. That's so funny. I can't think about the Emmys where you're like on an iPad. So I was laughing. There you go, kids. You met Peter Bergman. I know. When my God to come? Yes, I'm waiting for my guy to come because I have no water at the moment. And I have water. I mean water. That's not my besties, my friends. Look at her just dissing Casey in public. I'm like, I was saying it with tongue in cheek, and she's like, "You're not my bestie. You're not my bestie. You're not my bestie." I'm like, okay, girl. You're getting a new one. Okay, good. I was gonna ask you how's that going. I know there's all this red tape and shit that goes on and stuff. It's like, my mother just got her new CPAP machine. It was like took like 3 months for her to get it. It's like, you say she needs it,
Well, she can't get one until 3 months later. It's like it's dumb. Our healthcare system is dumb. Seriously, it makes no sense to me most of the time. I don't understand nothing. Dumb. Dumb, 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 dumb. Not a fan of our system. Some of the things they're doing. And also a shout out to the wildfires in Maui. What a shame. Oh, this is so horrible what's happening over there. And on a small island, and it's just eating everybody up, and people have died. And I've been in a fire, so, and I've lost everything, so I know what it feels like. It's not the greatest thing on earth. So I feel bad for them. No, Candace likes Greg Vaughn. Yeah, we all like Greg Vaughn. He's not our bestie, but we all like Greg Vaughn. That's what it is. Yeah, of course. I had a beeper. I had a pager. And my first cell phone was a Sony Ericsson flip phone. It was like this big. I had to flip it open. I had to pull the antenna out. Hello. And there was no texting. There was no such thing as text. No camera. It was, and so folks, here's how dumb I was. I had to do this. Back then, I had to put down $1,000 deposit, which I had the money. I was working a job. $1,000 deposit, which I got back a year later. I had to pay the bill regularly every month. And then a year later, they sent me $1,000 back. And I was like, they really did. It was Singular Wireless. So I had that for a while, and then Singular Wireless turned into AT&T. And I've been with AT&T, StarText Track Phone. There you go. I got my first phone in 1998. So I had a pager from like 95. I used to work at a answering service. One of my jobs. We had an answering service where we page people. They call in. I give them messages. That was one of my jobs. I just love that job because it's almost like an operator. And I used to use switchboard also. I was sit there and go, hello, yes, I hope. What's the message? All right, we had these little boxes. I put it in the box, and so come, hi, it's James Lott Jr. Any messages? You sure do, honey lamb. Blah, 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 blah. All right, have a nice day. Bye-bye. We watch TV. We eat food. Oh, my God. I remember my job. We were down the street from a Fat Burger when they first started, and this Chinese food place that was so good. We used to always do Chinese food. We just sit there, we eat, and oh my God, eat up in there and everything. It was crazy. You still have your first cell phone? Oh my God. I think I have my Crackberry somewhere. When I got my BlackBerry, oh my God, my BlackBerry, I thought I was the shit. The shit. Had my Crackberry, I was always on it. I didn't get a Razor like some other folks do. The thing flipped up, like I didn't do all that, but I had a Crackberry. I had Samsung phones for a while. I had the Note, and then I went to Apple, and the rest is history. So I've been with Apple ever since. So my Apple ever since. My beeper, I don't know, beeper. Well, beepers first came out there for drug dealers, so I was not encouraged to get one. But also, when I went to the hospital, when I was a nurse, we had beepers too. I'm so late to the party. We're talking about stuff Jacarius, we're talking about stuff that's way before your time. You weren't even thought of. You weren't even a gleam in your parents' eye. Stuff that we're talking about right now. Your brick phone, Motorola, that's right. 6 weeks. Crystal. 6 weeks? That's tired. 6 weeks. You know, your first Android phone is from T-Mobile. That's so funny. I have a bunch of other things, electronics, but I have a bunch of electronics, but I don't have my first phones. I have my iPods. I have my Walkman, my Discman. Hey, no, I had a note. I had a note. I had 3 different versions of it. I loved my Samsung Note. I did. I loved it. But I didn't. Yeah, my whole life basically is Apple. I mean, so it's like having an Android didn't help anything. My having an Apple just was more convenient. Everything I have, it just was more convenient. It was more convenient. I have a DVD CD kind of right now, girl. Right down there, I got a DVD CD, whatever, DVD VCR combo. I got a laser disc player. Okay, kids, I have a laser disc player. Your note last year, but you know it soon. But you know the phones, Jerry, the phones. See, I never got a Palm Pilot. I was never that fancy. When I first got into corporate, folks in their Palm Pilots, I was like, oh, like here you go. I never got one. I never got one. That's one thing. Oh yeah, we had the rotary phones, of course, too, of course. Oh yeah, Jacarius. Everyone was like, does Jacarius know that Carson's gonna be a daddy? Yeah. We were all like, does Jacarius know? Does Jacarius know? Does Jacarius know? Oh, he knows. Jacarius knows. I was laughing though. We were like, that's his man. His man gonna be a daddy. I remember Party Lines. I remember when 3-way calling first came out, and then Party Lines. I remember MP3. I remember the MP3 players that came out. I used to have a 6-disc CD changer. Apple device didn't have ice screen consumer back in the day. So you had a Palm Pilot. I didn't have a Palm Pilot, so yeah, I didn't do that. I mean, that's one thing I did skip. I remember Party Lines. Well, I remember when we first got our first cordless phone. I was like our first cordless phone. We could walk throughout the house without having a phone. It was so fancy schmancy. So I remember when we first got our first Princess phone with a long cord. You just walk around with it in a long cord. And it was like, oh my goodness. And now you got a cordless phone? You just walk around talking on the phone? Oh my goodness. I love most still has them. I have a rotary phone over here. And I say, hey, you have to start over. You must have to start over. Oh yeah. That was so fun. I loved it. I loved it. Um, I was like, I know we all thought of you. We're like, we know that's your man. We were like, I want to read things. As you guys probably know, I was part of the first Apple camps back in '83. It sounds like something bad, but I was the only Black person there. I learned how to work on Apple IIe's and Apple IIc computers. I did. I didn't really want to go into the computer world. You know, I lived in San Francisco and did all that later, but I didn't want to go into the computer world. I think. I know, but I remember Coruscant got better. I have my original answering machine cassettes. I took it out. I have it. I played it not too long ago from like 1990 or whatever. I have it. I was like, oh my God, they called. Oh my God, they called. I mean, I was like listening to the whole thing going, oh my God, this is so crazy. Listening to it. But I still have it. I still have it. Yes, indeedy. This is a true throwback Thursday on here. This is so hilarious. Oh my God. Leopardess, you came on here and you have made the chat match. It's all inspired by you. My dad had a Tandy 1500 from Radio Shack. And pay as you go. Yep, pay as you go. Well, you know, I have my L1 count too, girl. I still have it. So Chris said she met Don DMI years ago. I've only shook his hand. I briefly met him. I have not had a conversation with him, which is what I want. Well, I want more than a conversation, of course, but you know. I have my L1 account still. I don't have my original, but I still have one of the early ones. But Radio Shack was the bomb. Because when I was a kid, we used to do put together transistor radios from Radio Shack. Remember, Texas Instruments was part of Radio Shack, and we used to get our calculators and stuff from there. I was talking about typing the other day with somebody. I go, yeah, I learned how to type on a typewriter in high school. And typing was like on a typewriter, not a computer. There was no computer or anything. It was a typewriter. And then when the word processors came out, it was a cross between the typewriter and eventually the computer. But I know I learned how to type on a typewriter. I've always wanted to write a story on a typewriter. If you listen to the email starring Candace Mack, you will hear that dial-up sound in the beginning of our show. Leopardess, I actually got the dial-up sign in the beginning of the show. It says, "You got mail." I did it on purpose for some episodes, so you can actually hear it. A new episode came out yesterday, so. Keep receipts, okay, girl. I think most of the folks in my family are dead at this point, but it's kind of fun having that. I used to do special messages. I would do songs. I mean, my answer sheet outgoing message was like a big deal. We used to make big deals out of them. And I was like, I see my nails. So yes, we're doing the And Just Like That after show tonight. It'll be a little late, it'll be around 5:30 instead of 5. And we're doing the Shub shows this weekend. We'll be back doing that. And I have some interviews coming out. Like I said, I interviewed Eric Roberts last night. So I'm working on that interview to put together for you guys. He is oh my God, he's the best. Eric Roberts is the best. I'm just in love with him. It was an honor to have him on my show. It really was. It really was. So I'm excited for that to come out so you guys can see that. So yes. Yeah, Karen went out to stay with you. She was telling all the story. Well, Karen's sister or mother is friends with him. Exactly, MJ. It was big productions. You had to make sure your answer machine outgoing message was good. You know. So yes. My plumber is not here. Okay, folks. I always ask this, who's buying me lunch today? I think I want some fried chicken. Who's buying me lunch? I think I want some fried chicken and some beans and rice. That's what I want. That's what I want. So I don't have to do a poll. I've been eating so well. I'm so proud of myself because it is a hoot and holler. It is not easy to not. I've had no sweets in 2 weeks. So I've been doing this now for 2 weeks. Today is 2 weeks. Today is my 2-week anniversary. I've had no sweets, no ice cream. I mean, it was hard not doing that. Woo! I can't even have I said, nope, no donuts. I've been really good. Been very, very good. So I think I deserve some fried chicken today. That's fine. I'm eating the skin too. I don't give a fuck. So but I'm like, I think I deserve it today. But I've been good. Other than that, I've been good. I've had no pizza, nothing like that. I've been doing low carb, high protein. I've been really doing really good. So I had some crab meat that went bad last night. I was like, oh, throw it out. Well, Wet Calls Art, season 3. I'm having fried chicken. Yes, I am fried chicken. I'm getting a 3-piece. That's it. So yes, it's okay. Sometimes you can't go cold turkey. It's not good for you. You can't go cold turkey. You have to. I'm changing my lifestyle. I'm changing my having 3 pieces of fried chicken once every couple of weeks is not going to hurt my weight. So fried chicken. She's trying to say fried. It's not gonna kill me. It's not. That's the myth. Because all I gotta do is work out tomorrow and I can burn it off. Or later today and burn it off. It's like, so I'm like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Hi, Sherry Comer, thank you. I can't use it because I can't use $10 today to order food because it's on here. But this is good towards my my goal on YouTube. So everybody thank Sherry, please, for the goal on YouTube. I can't use it today for lunch, unfortunately. But thank you for the sentiments, the thoughts, and the $10. Thank you. Now that goes towards my amounts for the month. So Leopardess and Sherry, thank you so much for that. We take it. But I can't, unfortunately, I can't spend it today. But no, they say you could have a cheat day. They say that also. But also things in moderation. That's what it is. Things in moderation. Plus also remember, women and men lose weight differently. I totally believe that. I think it's very true. Women carry weight differently than men do. And a lot of times we lose weight faster because of the way how men are. I think it's how men are. We lose. I can feel I'm dropping the weight. I can feel it. But hey, that's fine. Because I'm not doing all the I'm not doing fries. I'm not doing all this. I'm not doing all the other stuff that goes with it. I'll get fried chicken, and I said beans and rice are fine. I'll get a vegetable, like I usually have broccoli or something. That's all it is. That's good. Exactly. Eat half a sandwich of the full sandwich. There's certain, but yeah, going cold turkey side. I've gone cold turkey on the sweets and the ice cream, and that's been hard enough. And I was like, no, James is gonna have so I want some fried, I'm gonna have some fried chicken. Don't kill me. Wait, Joe, be just fine. So it's all about the looks, but I always say that women do lose weight differently than men do. You guys carry it differently. So I think it's harder for women to lose weight. And you women in the chat probably can tell me if it's true or not. I think it is. Because a lot of men do lose weight faster. We just drop it. Like especially in the beginning. Then everybody kind of plateaus for a while. And then you'll lose again. So I mean everybody kind of slops for a second. You get to a point you kind of stop for a second. And so I just gotta increase things. But I had a friend who swam every day, ate whatever he wanted, and lost like 70 pounds. So that's my whole thing. But as I said, I'm gonna have these chicken. I'm gonna eat the skin, everything. I'm eating all of it. I'm eating all of it. I don't care. That's right. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be good. Oh, you did? Oh my God! You already gave $10, Sherry. Oh my God, it's so funny. Well, you do. Sherry's like a mom. I just Zelled you lunch money. Oh my God! Everybody thanks Sherry a second time. Thank you. That's very nice of you. I would say you didn't have to do that. It's so funny. I love you. That's very nice of you. You already did enough for that. I was like, okay. I used to carry mine in a bag I can leave behind. Yes. Yeah, I was like, oh my God, that's so nice. Yes, I will order it today. Yes, I'm gonna do it. Yeah. Because I've been super good, but yeah, you have to treat yourself sometimes. Forgive me. I'm like, but no, it's just true. It's like you have to treat yourself sometimes. We have to sometimes. It's hard. Because it's a lifestyle change. I'm not just trying to lose weight and then that's why I'm getting Popeyes, Tony. Popeyes. Per my schedule next week. That's the thing. You just put it in there and there you go. Been mom too long, so I have mom too long. I love it. That's hilarious. But Tony, that's the whole point, Tony. I agree with you. So every once in a while, yeah, I was like, they always say, well, James, you can have low carb ice cream and stuff. I'm like, that's true too. I could. But right now, it's the habit. I'm trying to change some of my habits. It's kind of crazy. So just follow along with me. I'm going to lose the weight. I'm not even worried. I'm going to lose the weight. I did it before. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to lose it. I'm not even worried. I know slow and steady wins the race. That's what I want. I don't want to try to lose weight all at the beginning because then you can gain it back really fast. They get stir-fried veggies, brown rice, and ground. That's good too. And so I've been doing all of that. I've been doing all this healthy, super healthy eating. I had this meal last night. It was chimichurri sauce with steak, asparagus, steak, green beans, and potatoes. Now I'm not doing a lot of potatoes, but it was still low in calorie. It was low in calorie count, a few carbs. But it was so good. It was so good. But it was only like 200 calories. Everyone is different. Everybody has to, yes, exactly. Everyone is different. Everyone has to do what works for them. I agree. I totally agree. So, but I always tell you guys what's going on. I don't, hide them with you guys. Have a good day, Sherry. Love you. Thank you very much for my lunch. That's very sweet of you. Yeah, James I Jr. we don't hide. We give it all. I give it all to you. I'm giving you everything. All this joy I bring. But yes, so that's me. So Tony, I'm the same way. I'm like, every couple of weeks, I give myself something that I want, and I do it. But I haven't done any cookies or any stuff. I know there's low carb cookies. I just think some of this stuff, I'm just like, I didn't want the habit of it. I'm still drinking coffee. Fuck that. I still drink coffee. I'm not giving up coffee. That's not happening. And I had a drink last night, but it was vodka. They say the clear drinks are less calorie than whatever. Now I'll do soda. So I did a vodka and orange juice. I did a screwdriver. Oh, and sorry, Jakari, I saw your stuff. I'm glad you're doing the short reviews. I'm glad you're having a good time. Remember, I told you, have a good time. It's supposed to be fun. Don't make it work. It's fun. It's fun. I'm glad you're having fun, Jakarius. Leopardess, I love spinach. I like spinach just by itself. I have a bunch of cans of spinach in there and some frozen spinach and spinach cutlets and all that. I love spinach. I love greenery. I like shit and green all over the place. I love greenery. Love it. I have to be careful if I have too much fiber in a day because I have gastroenteritis. I have too much fiber that I really am shitting on a toilet all day long. So I have to watch my fiber intake sometimes. Not too much beans, not too much this. So it really is kind of watching that. It's like, it's crazy, kids. It's crazy, kids. Crazy. Crazy. Oh, that's my plumber. Hold, please, everybody. Everybody, hold, please. Hello.
Yeah, no. Nice.
You're here?
No, I'm on my way.
Oh, okay. Bye.
There in a minute.
Okay. So that's my plumber. He's just waking up or something. And he's on his way. That's hilarious. He's like, yeah, I'm not really here. That is hilarious. So I guess he's coming. Have a good day. Thank you. Okay, very good, Jakarius. Very good. MJ, good. I'm glad you stopped through. Spinach pizza with ground beef. I'm not a ground beef person that much, but spinach pizza sounds good. But see, I'm not doing their biscuits. And I do all my drinks. I don't order their drinks. I may order lemonade sometimes and I water it down, but that's the whole thing. It's like I literally just want the chicken and the beans and rice. Those are my two favorite things. So I just have that and I mix it with the vegetable. So I piece it together. Plumbers do make lots of money. His plumber, he's not, it's not what you think, Tony. It's not, trust me. I love this guy. We know each other for a million years. There's nothing. Yeah, don't even. No. I mean, I'll be out here in public. No, he's great. He's wonderful. I'm not gonna say his name, but he's wonderful. He's great. But there's no fantasy there whatsoever. Trust, not at all. But yes, plumbers make some good. There's a plumber I follow on TikTok. He's working it out. He's always like, "Hi, I'm Tony the plumber," or whatever his name is. He's the mom. But MJ, have a good day, MJ. But yeah, so at Popeyes, I won't do the fries. I won't do those stuff. It just I do that. So I literally want the chicken. I want the taste of the chicken. That's what I want. And so it fits my calories. Yeah, And if I eat it for lunch, it's better than me eating it for dinner. I'll work it off throughout the day. So that's what we do. I know. The thing is, I appreciate. Everybody has an opinion, of course. I talk about this on my 50th plus show. Everyone has an opinion when it comes to weight loss. I mean, not just, there's a million people out there telling you, a million people telling you all that stuff. A million people telling you all that stuff. And it's literally, it is like, it's a million thoughts. And like I said, for me, I've done this before. So I'm doing what I did before because it worked. And I know it works for me. And I said, everybody's totally different when it comes to their bodies and how they lose weight. And everybody has their own thing. So for me, I know this works. It's worked before. I feel it working. I feel a difference already. I feel, because my whole thing is I felt uncomfortable. I felt stuffed. If that makes any sense. I don't even know how else to say it. I just felt like I was just stuffed. And now I don't. I'm feeling lighter. I know I lose that much weight, but I just feel I felt uncomfortable in my body. It was like, everything I just felt like I was just like this giant bloated mess or something. And now I don't feel that way. So I know that me changing my eating cleaner, eating healthier, eating lighter, is working. I know it's working. So I was like, oh, okay, now I get it. Now I get it. Too salty, yeah, I'm sure. No, I'm sure. I can do Popeyes, I can do KFC, I can do honey kettle fried chicken. They're good too. I can do them. They're not too salty for me. But there's other ones, but leopardus, because I cut out so much salt in my diet years ago, I can taste when something has too much salt in it too. I'm like you. I'm like, oh my God, it's too much. Like I cut out soda and stuff. I don't drink soda or anything. I don't drink sweet tea anymore. Now I can tell when things are too sweet for me too. All my juices are diet juices. I have to cut them in half. Have a good day, Jacarius. Thanks for stopping through. It's a trip. It's a trip how your taste buds do change after a while. You're like, that's too much. And that's too much. But yes, everybody, I know everybody has an opinion. I know everybody just does. And if you tell people out in public what you're doing, everybody's going to comment. So I understand that part. So that's why I tell people I know what I'm doing. And I know how I'm doing this. I have consulted some people who are nutritionists and stuff. So, although you're Matt, that's something totally different, Matt. That's something totally different. Something totally different. That was hilarious. That's something totally different. Yes. Ooh, churches, churches was good. We had church. My late stepfather, Mosey, passed away this year. He loved him some Church's chicken. He loved the fried okra too from Church's chicken. But Church's chicken, oh, it was so good. It was so good. But yes, we're gonna leave that comment alone for now. But yes, we are there's certain things that yeah. Well, I guess I have been on for over an hour, almost an hour and a half. I guess I will get off because I probably should be really paying attention to my plumber and what needs to be done in my house to get money. So I love you guys. Thanks for coming. This was Leopardess who inspired this whole chat. So thank you so much. That was so much fun. I really, really, really enjoyed this for Throwback Thursday. This was crazy. I didn't expect this whatsoever. It was so much fun. Thank you so much. Everyone, please have a really good day today. I'm going to try to come on tomorrow morning again. So we'll see. Sign up for this happy hour, folks. Sign up for the happy hour. I forgot. So Tony will be there tomorrow, and so will Matt. So